It's time now for the Fairy Tale Evening News on the Saturday evening, June 27, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your top news headlines here at 6:40 p.m. And our top story is on the Saturday evening here is in Abbeville, South Carolina, where 3 people stood in line recently at the Southern Patriot Shop Confederate flag sector around, waiting to turn to check out the cash register ads. At Royal South Carolina Shop, Confederate flags are flying off the shelves. More than 1,000 law enforcement officers are covered for a 22 square mile area in upstate New York as they look for convicted killer David Sweat. In Washington, the final paragraph of Justice Anthony Kennedy's opinion holds that couples are the same sex have a constitutional right to wed as a movement and conjugate statement of what marriage means. In Southern Tunisia, in the final moments of the Tunisian worst terror attack in history, witnesses recalled the assailant casually strolled to the ocean and public resort to wash his hands and face. In Athens, more than a third of automated teller machines across Greece ran out of cash on Saturday before they were replenished as Greeks pulled out the money of their fears that their country was set to crash out of Europe, 3 vacant sources said. French General Stem guarded the entrance of the street, where criminal investigation police are carried out a search over the suspect near land in France on Friday as French attack suspect grilled as gruesome selfie emerges. At least 4 to 72 people were injured, about one of them seriously after flammable powder apparently exploded midair at the recreational water park in Taiwan, the station. National officials, Central News Agency reported. In Kuwait City, thousands of people at Kuwait took part in a funeral procession on Saturday for 27 people killed in an attack against a Shiite mosque in the capital a day earlier. Secretary of State John Kerry met with Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif Saturday morning in Vienna as a representative of the 2 countries work toward finalizing a nuclear deal. Bragging rights to find one of the largest diamonds ever dug up at the Arkansas crater of Diamond State Park goes to Colorado woman. Conway, North Carolina, authorities in North Carolina say one of the 3 men being sought in the murder case has turned himself into the authorities. 2 Montgomery County residents have been identified as victims of a sightseeing plane crash in Southeast Alaska that has killed all 9 people aboard. In Salt Lake City, the Episcopal Church elected its first African-American presiding bishop as chosen Bishop Michael Curve, North Carolina, during the denomination's National Assembly Saturday. The latest time, the PBOC both the RRR and interest rates imitated was in 2008 during the global financial crisis that is now lowering interest rates 4 times since November as China cuts interest rates after share market slide. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency of the U.S. Defense Department on Monday started a program that was designed to modify living organisms into surviving ones of the planet Mars genetically. In Madrid, officials say a 6-year-old boy who had been the first child to contract the perfia in Spain in 29 years has died from disease in a Barcelona hospital. Looking at New England Insular here at 6:43. Yeah? Nope. Let's move on to the traffic here. And it shows 1 lane on the southbound side, also on the western end of the new Newport Bridge here. 610 connecting Little around Route 6 in Providence here. Bourne and Sagamore bridges are looking good here. 28 on this, both sides in Falmouth, a little slow here. Mass packing to both ends, a little slow after 128 here in Weston and then mass packing to the westbound side, a little slow. 1 Austin Bratton tolls here. Mass pack. Otherwise, it's looking good from Boston all the way at the Sturbridge here. Southeast Expressway slow both ends of the Dorchester stretch here. 128 on the southbound side, so from Route 20 to Route 93 in Reading here. 195 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 2 in Littleton here. And all the highways in New Hampshire are looking good, and the main turnpike's looking from York all the way up to the Portland here. As it's a smooth sailing commute here on this Saturday evening here, and Southeast Expressway and the northbound side. An accident before the mass pack in Boston, so expect some delays around that area here. And looking at the MBTA alerts here, subway system is looking good. Commuter rail is looking good. And on the ferries are looking good here. Peter Channel News time is now 6:45 here, and it is time now for a weather report here on this Saturday evening here, and it turned out to be a beautiful day, and hope you enjoyed the day. Change by tomorrow here. As we take a look at the latest radar situation right now here.
As it shows a line of light rain covering much of it down here, stretching down through the Fall River, New Bedford area, and then stretching down the central western Massachusetts up to upstate New York from Albany down to New York City, covering much of Connecticut, and all Long Island there, and expect the rain to get here to the northern area by about 30 minutes to an hour or so. And the same goes for the Boston area here. As we have a wind advisory in effect from 3 a.m. to noon Eastern Daylight Time on Sunday. The National Weather Service in Tottenham is issued a wind advisory which is effect from 3 a.m. to noon Eastern Daylight Time on Sunday. Location much of eastern Massachusetts. East winds 15 to 25 miles per gust between 35 and 45 miles an hour here. Timing well after midnight. In the Sunday morning, strongest winds expected between 4 and 10 a.m. Impacts these winds may be strong enough to knock down some large tree limbs and a few trees. Given any rain and fully leaf trees, the risk for some down tree limbs and isolated power would be possible with wind gusts reaching just 35 miles an hour here. A wind advisory is issued with sustained winds are forecast to be 31 to 39 miles an hour, or gusts will range from between 46 and 57 miles an hour. Winds that strong are capable of downing some small tree limbs and branches, possibly causing isolated power outages. Driving can also be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles here. And we have a flood watch in effect from late tonight to Sunday afternoon. The National Weather Service in Taunton has expanded a flood watch to include much of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island here. From late tonight to early Sunday afternoon, steady rain develops. This evening will rain become heavy after midnight. The heaviest rain will be expected to fall between 3 and 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. The rain should taper to scattered showers by mid to late afternoon on Sunday. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of rain are expected across the region, however. Localized 3 to 4 inches of rainfall amounts are possible. This may lead to areas of urban and poor drainage street flooding, especially in the typically prone locations. Flood watch today to be a potential for flood events that occurred forecasts, and you should monitor later forecasts to be alert to possible flood waters. These live in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop here. In day 1 tonight, wind advisory and flood watch to day 2 for 7. Sunday for Friday, wind advisory and flood watch. Sunday, low risk wind and isolated strong thunderstorms south of the Mass Pike. Late Sunday morning and the afternoon here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this here for tonight. Showers midnight to midnight. The rain can be at every time. Low end 62 degrees. East wind about 6 to 11 miles per gust. 25 miles an hour. Just patience 1%. New person for miles between 1 and 2 inches possible. Sunday, showers possibly at thunderstorms before 3 p.m. Then chance showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Some storms produce heavy rainfall. Heavy as a fog before 4 p.m. Then there is a fog after 5 p.m. either. 71 degrees, inches to about 9 to 14 miles per gallon. Light available in the afternoon. Wind gust ice 41 miles an hour. Just patience 100% new rainfall miles between 1 and 2 inches possible. Sunday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Then slight chance of showers between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Areas of fog before 11 p.m. Otherwise, most skies got a low about 60 degrees. Cloud will be covered. Not fresh marks, 5 miles an hour. Just patience 30% new rainfall miles less than 7 days. Check them out as possible thunderstorms. Monday, plus skies got about 76 degrees. West about 9 to 11 miles an hour here. Monday night, most of the coast got about 60 degrees. Southeast wind to the southwest wind about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Becoming common after midnight here. Tuesday, most of the skies got about 81 degrees. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms after 10 p.m. Punch back after 5 a.m. West. Most skies got about 61 degrees. Chest patience 50%. Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Punch skies got about 82 degrees. Chest patience 40%. Wednesday night, most skies got low about 60 degrees. Thursday, most sunny skies got about 78, low about 57 degrees. Friday, most sunny skies about 78 degrees. Friday night, chance of showers, most skies got low about 61 degrees. Chest patience 40%. And for Independence Day, chance of showers, punch skies got about 77 degrees. Chest patience 40%. Not temperature at 6:49 p.m. 67 degrees with podcast skies and humidity 61%. That's me for the Peter Channel evening news on this June 27, 2059, a Saturday evening. Previously, have a good evening. Goodbye. I'll see you at 11 o'clock. Have a good evening.